Hey guys, I'm Lo Wheeler, Kenra Professionals brand ambassador, and today I cannot wait to share a really simple Piecey Balayage with you.
So we're gonna start by looking at Ivy's regrowth. The main thing that we wanna do is sprinkle in dimension right where there's a heavy line of demarcation. Just a little bit, not overkill. We want it to be super natural. So I've done a little pre-weave with my weaving comb, and I'm just feathering up the lightener softly towards the line of demarcation. And this is underneath so that I can just lay each section naturally over the section before. When you're balayaging, you want to make sure that you don't disrupt the sections that you're painting. So I like to work bottom to top. So I'm just weaving out each section and just delicately feathering up the 30 volume lightener. The blue powder lightener is my favorite because it has added levels of lift and it cuts through any unnecessary brass. I love pre-weaving out each section just because it makes the dimension really contrasted. It makes it so quick and simple to get a speedy and quick application. It's super effortless, so easy. It's not complicated at all. I just kind of weave out what I would like to potentially weave out in a foil, but we're just leaving it open air and smoothing the product through just to make sure that there's no splotches underneath or on top. Now we're getting closer to the hairline. I'm gonna go a little bit slower, make sure that my sections are clean and my saturation is nice and even. And I don't want any lightener touching the scalp just because I don't really want that harshness. So we're just gonna feather, and keep it really nice and soft and even in the transition. You could stick a little piece of cotton in between each section if you feel more comfortable. I love mixing my lightener in a medium thick texture so that I'm not worried as much about any bleed marks. But if you need cotton, definitely use it. You definitely don't want to have wet, liquidy lightener viscosity. Here's the side of her application. It looks so pretty and clean. And now we're gonna jump over to the other side of the head and mimic the placement. I don't overthink it. Each side of the head is like sisters, not twins. Especially with balayage, less is more, and just organic placement is always super pretty and natural. If her hair was any darker than this, I would probably opt into either foiling or using saran wrap to just pop up the lift a little bit more. These pieces I'm doing one at a time just so that I can have really nice even tension. But if I'm able to achieve that by holding them all, I will. And now it's time for the hairline. I've had a little bit of damage around her hairline, so I'm just approaching this very gently and doing it last because the hairline always tends to pop up pretty quickly. So I like to start in like the darkest, most resistant area, which is usually the back of the head, and then I slowly make my way towards that money piece, especially with clients that spend a lot of time in the sun or in chlorine, or just have like weaker, fragile hair types. Even with some of my foil placements, I still like to balayage around the hairline. Just be super gentle with these baby hairs. And I like this because there's no foil disconnects, and you can get the lift really close to the scalp, which is always super pretty. And I'll use the end of my brush to just make sure that my application's super clean. It's just kind of like my little detailer, kind of like the eraser on a pencil. That's how I use it. And then just beyond that point, I'm gonna hit certain areas that I feel will show just behind the hairline, and we'll just like add added detail and dimension. Here's our end result. It looks so soft and pretty. It is just the softest transitional blend. There's some golden undertones, but it ultimately looks neutral thanks to my 8NA, which is a green base. She looks so beautiful and sun-soaked. This is our perfect end result, and we just absolutely love the tonality that the 8NA gives. It's perfect for balayage root shadowing. There we have it. She looks so good. I love this look.